Hi everyone, welcome back. Dave here from DTNY Blades, and today let's get back to the blade with the Ontario Knife Co. $4.99 Airforce Survival Knife. Alright guys, so the $4.99 Airforce Survival Knife by OKC or Ontario Knife Co. features a 5-inch blade with a 4.5-inch handle for an overall length of 9.6 inches. The knife itself weighs about 9 ounces. The blade itself is made of 1095 carbon steel with some sort of a finish on it. I personally don't like this finish. It is a clip point blade, which is very similar to a drop point blade, except we have this little groove here that would differentiate the two. Also on the blade, it features a saw back, which in here is a little saw. It's not the best saw. It's super cheap. I think I even damaged it a little bit when I was testing it out the other day. So that's pretty much the blade. The handle itself is made of the same metal material with a leather wrapping here. The leather is very secure on here. I really like it. I like how the leather has these little grooves and notches in here, almost kind of like how a K-Bar's handle has. It gives you a little bit better of a grip, and it gives a little texture to the handle itself. This feature back here is something else I wanted to touch on with this knife, because you can use this to utilize this blade and knife as a tool where you can hit it in with a hammer. You can do whatever it is that you need to do with this knife. The knife is made in the US, where the sheath, it comes with this sheath is made in China. This sheath is really, it's flimsy. I don't really like it. The leather is of poor quality. You can see that here, I bought this knife a few days ago. It's already separating in there, the sheath. So the sheath isn't the best quality, but it comes with a sheath, so that's a little bit of a nice feature that it has. And it also, which I really like, comes with this sharpening stone. It has a coarse and a smooth side, and it has this little pouch in here for it with these buttons. So now, enough on the extras that come with the knife. Let's just get down with the knife. I don't like the blade coating because I tested this out on the cardboard box it actually came in, and yes, it's sharp. It comes fairly sharp, but the knife itself, I wouldn't judge the sharpness so crucially because it does come with a sharpening stone. But you see how it kind of peels away at the blade, and it leaves the blade with these little dirty marks on it, which I don't like. I'm not crazy about that. I believe that it's the coating itself that is having the materials like cardboard paper, which I'm sure you'll experience the same thing with wood on it, which it kind of can also inhibit the ability of the knife, or it can wear out the knife easier over time. The saw back here isn't the best, like I was saying, so it's very dull. It takes a lot of effort to get through and a lot of force applied down. I just kind of ripped it because that box was already damaged already, but it's not the best. But it's a feature that came on the knife that is, it's nice. You know, it's something nice to have if you need to keep this knife, or you're carrying it and you need to start a fire or do something in a case of an emergency. But in my opinion, this knife has a better point to it than it does a cut. The point itself goes right in. So whereas you need to apply a lot of pressure on the back end of the blade, or apply down on the handle when you're cutting, more so than I've found with other knives that I've reviewed or used on a daily basis. It's fairly sharp, as I said before, but I'm not going to critique that too bad because they do give you this sharpening stone with it, so that way you can keep the stone with the sheath. You can use your regular sharpening stone at home to sharpen it and then put it in the sheath. And then when you're out in the wilderness, let's say, or you're hiking, camping, which I mean, I guess would be out in the wilderness, you do have the blade, the blade sharpener, if you do need to use it. I really don't like the sheath. As I mentioned earlier, it's very flimsily made. I would almost say that it's worth your time to buy a better sheath for this knife, or make one if you have that ability and you're good with leather. The knife generally goes for between $50 and $60. It is on sale at certain places at certain times always, and I actually wound up picking this knife up for only $9 at Walmart. So for $9, you definitely can't go wrong with this knife. It's a super cool knife. I really like it for the $9 I paid for it. If I paid $60, I don't think I'd be as happy. I think I'd be a little bit more judgy about it. This blade, I wanted to go back to the blade, and I wanted to mention the clip point blade separately. This is a clip point blade. It's very, very similar to a drop point blade. That's the only differentiation here. Where a drop point blade is a clear drop off, the clip point has this little cutout there, and then you go into the point of the blade and so on. Alright guys, now that we went back to the blade with the Ontario Knife Company $4.99 Airforce Survival Knife, let's get to the DTNY Blades official review. The sharpness, I would rate it a 5 out of 10. It comes sharp enough. It's not really sharp, but it's sharp enough for you to use. But it does come with the stone, so that was its saving grace from falling lower on the scale. As an EDC knife, this is definitely not something you want to EDC. This would get about a 2.5 out of 10. Because of its size, its blade profile, and how the sheath is carried, you're not going to want to carry this around with you all day. For its outdoor use, it rates at a 9.5 out of 10. This one rates super high in the outdoor scale because you can keep this in a backpack, take this with you camping, and you won't need another tool. Because you have this little saw in the back, even though it's not the best. You have the knife. You have something you can use to strike the knife and accomplish a variety of tasks. Appearance of the knife, I give it a 5.5 out of 10. The appearance, I like the handle, I like this part back here, I like the guard, but I don't like the blade and the coating on it, so that's where it falls on a 5.5. The durability of this knife, though, is an 8.5 out of 10. Super durable, it's very well put together, very well manufactured, there's no wiggle, I really like how sturdy this knife is. The overall rating I would give this knife is a 6.5 out of 10 because of the blade coating and the appearance itself with the blade coating. It's super durable. It's not good for EDC. It's not super sharp, but it is great for the outdoors and has great durability. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please, please, please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know if you agree with something I said, disagree. If you own this knife and you have a completely different opinion, tell me, comment, reach out. If there's anything else you want to see, do the same thing. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. It'll be linked in the description below. Thank you guys, and I will see you again tomorrow.